Hi guys, it's Angie. I just want to share with you something that I've bought today. We have something in England called car boot sales. Now, I don't know whether you have these in the States or not. What they basically are is we have one down the road to us on a rugby training ground. So you have them in kind of fields and large buildings. You pay kind of for your space. It's probably we did one a few years ago, and I think we paid about £5, so it's probably £6.50 maybe by now. And what you do is you pay for your space. You take your car in, you load your car up, take it in, and basically you sort of park your car in your space. You can park wherever you like in the field, and then you set it sort of in front of your car like pasting tables, you know, the long brown decorating tables, or any other small tables that you have, and in boxes and on rugs and things, and you put anything there that you want to sell. Basically anything, could be absolutely anything, and you sell it. Some people price everything up and some people don't. I know I found when we did it, certain things are best to be priced, certain things aren't. It's kind of, you go to things and obviously you never know what you're going to find, and you never know the prices. People will sell quite cheaply because they want to get rid of it. Other people will just keep that week after week after week, and they're not bothered about selling it for a low price. So you kind of have to look around, but also you can, if somebody's selling something, say for £1, and there's two things that you like, you might say, give you £1.50 for both of them. You know, you do barter. So anyway, what I did was I went down this morning because it's the last one of the season today. I've been to a couple of others and I only really got some beads and jewellery before. But I was looking really for anything lacy or like crocheted that I could cut, sort of make into flowers and stuff. I didn't find an awful lot of that, but I did find more things than I'd usually find. And I only spent about £9, I think, £8 or £9. So I didn't actually spend a lot at all. So the first thing I found I spotted these on a table, 2 white roses. One still got a pin in them, and I thought they were from buttonholes from like somebody's wedding. And as I picked them up, this lady said, "Hi Angie," and it was actually a friend of mine, and she sold me them for 10p each, bless her. And actually they were off her wedding cake. So I said, "Oh Tanya, now you've told me that, I don't want to use them knowing that they're off your cake." And she said, "No," she said, "I'm glad that you've bought them because I know they'll be used and made into something really pretty." So that's what I found first of all. Then I found this bracelet. Now I don't really need beads because I've got loads, but what I do like are the spacers. I haven't got many of these metal spacers, and there's some really fancy bead caps, and also there's some charms. There's like a little swirly lollipop, a dangly tooth thing, there's a tortoise, gorgeous butterfly, and a pair of dolphins. So that was 50. She'd got about 4 of them and they were 50p each, but that was the only one I was interested in. It wasn't until I came home that actually I realised it was kind of just in a heap, that this, which was wrapped around it, which I thought was part of the same bracelet, was actually a separate bracelet. Like, oops. And it has 2 of those gorgeous glass beads on there, and some other nice beads there, so they'll be taken apart. Then there was a lady, she'd obviously got married, and she'd got some of this fabric. It's satin. It's like a crinkled satin, and it is the kind of lace that you use at weddings on the back of chairs and tables and drapes, and it comes in really, this is just one single piece of fabric, and it is really expensive. And there was definitely 2 of them, but there may have been a third, I'm not sure. And she wanted £3 for all of it, and I said, oh, I didn't actually want all of it. So what I ended up buying was 1 piece of the fabric, some pearl beads. These are the kind that you can't actually take them apart, they're just on strings, but they look gorgeous as a trim. So there's loads of those there. And a little piece of ribbon. She didn't have any more of that, unfortunately. And she let me have all of those for £1, which was absolutely brilliant. And she'd asked me what I was going to do with them. And she did laugh when I said flowers. What I also bought from her, and this is what actually drew my attention to her stall, was she'd actually, as I walked past her, she got out of a box a beaded, you know those horrible beaded curtains? It's on like a square purple pole thing, and she was trying to untangle it, and I thought, oh wow, I wonder how much she wants for that. And she only wanted £1 for it. So all in all, I spent £2 at her stall. And what it is, I've just cut them off. They're just hanging on this horrible pole, and I've just cut all the pieces off, and that is what's left. Lots and lots and lots of dangly purple trim. Again, it's not something you're going to separate. You'll use, so each like strand is a long individual piece. So I thought that was quite pretty. That'll keep me going for quite some time. Then there was a lady selling, I really didn't do well on the lace, but I did get these. She was selling these handkerchiefs, and they're all lovely and washed and ironed and pressed. I was more interested in the plain ones, because you can kind of use those as like or parts of those as like a doily effect behind things and in my flowers and stuff. And she wanted 20p for them all. Sorry, 20 pence for them all. 20p each. And there's I did count them. There's 18 of them here, all in total. Some are plain white, some are plain cream, and then others have got like flowery patterns on them. Oop. They are very, very pretty. And I offered her £1.50 for all of them, and she took it. So all of those for £1.50. Then the only other thing I found in lace was this piece of I don't really know what it is. It's I suppose it's I don't know if it's a tablecloth or not, but it's a piece of linen. So it's a square linen, all nicely finished. So the linen part I will use to dye with alcohol inks, markers, and stuff like that, to cut it into strips to make flowers. But the bottom has a gorgeous, you can see, strip of tasseled lace. Well, no, not lace, crocheting. So that, I mean, that would make a gorgeous trim. And then there's that bit there as well, which will make, again, a really nice trim. So there's like 3 different things that I can use for that one, out of that piece. And I only paid 50 pence for that, so that was a good bargain. Another stall, I saw this, and I had this exact same box many years ago. It's one of these boxes that you decorate yourself, and it's actually a tissue box. I'm not totally sure how I'm going to decorate it yet. I think that's going to be my project for today. I say exactly the same one from my mum many years ago. I really don't know how to cover things in paper. What I think I'm going to do is I've got some tester pots, different colours, which is what I use for my paint projects. I think I'm going to paint it like a couple of different shades of like pale greens, and then stick maybe some bits of paper on it, and trims and lace and flowers and stuff. So I may start on that today. And on the same stall, he also had some Reeves acrylic paints, which is quite a good make here. In fact, I did have this same set years ago and I used it all up, and they're really nice, and he only wanted 50p for that, so that was that. Lastly, and I'm kind of really annoyed about this, but I shouldn't be really, I saw a lady selling these. They're all silk flowers and they are absolutely gorgeous. There's one there that's fell off. Absolutely gorgeous. They are really pretty, and I asked her how much she wanted for them, and she wanted about 20, she said no more than 20 pence each. So I went over and I picked all these, which I thought, yeah, I want these. I picked them up and I was going to say to her, how much for these? And I thought, no, there was loads, about the same again, maybe about the same amount again, maybe slightly less. I was going to offer her £4 for the whole lot. So she was serving somebody at the time, so I waited until she'd finished and I said, like, would she take £4 for the lot? And she said yes, she would. As we both turned round, somebody else had gone and picked up all the rest of the flowers and was just paying for them to the guy who, I presume, a husband on the stall. So I just missed out on getting all of the rest of them. But the only good thing is, at least I had first pick and I did get some really, really gorgeous flowers. My favourites are these. See if I can just separate them a minute. This actually is one big piece. These here, they are carnations, but they're made to look, and this rose next to it, in fact the whole stem is made to look like they're kind of dying. So they look like they've kind of seen better days and they're going all brown and tattered around the edges, and the leaves have that kind of dead look as well. I don't know if you can see that. So they will be really, really pretty. Really, really pretty with my other flowers. Really pleased with those. But I just wish I could have had them all, but I suppose that's just being greedy. Well, that's my little haul for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I'm going to enjoy playing with all my new stuff. I think I've got quite a lot of like silk flowers now. I think I'm going to get a big bag, because I don't keep them on the stems. I tend to separate them off, take the leaves off so that they're all there ready for when I want them. I'm going to put them all in a big bag, I think, so I've got little bags of them here and there and everywhere. So at some point I'll get and do that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye.